Right now, I don't have space to do these in my apartment, so it makes the process even more of a process for me. For now, I'm just borrowing friends' garages whenever I need to make one of these, and that's fine. Then I get to see my friends. I always painted. My dad has like a degree in taxidermy. To do taxidermy, you also have to kind of be a sculptor and a painter, so he was always painting and sculpting all the time. All my siblings are artists, and I'm the youngest by 8 years, so I grew up watching them also make art. One of the reasons I use this medium is because I can do it in a time frame where it doesn't take up like a week or a month. I don't have the bandwidth to spend that long on a painting. I don't like the process. And I have a half-finished moose in my living room right now because it just takes... I ran out of energy. I don't know. I think there's a lot of people with ADHD who have different hobbies and interests, and they're good at a lot of things. A lot of people will say, well, why don't you just do that thing all the time to make money? Like, make that your full-time job. I think that's a very, like, neurotypical understanding of how hobbies work. I get enjoyment from hobbies while I'm interested in them, and then while I'm not interested in them, I just move on and I find enjoyment elsewhere. Like, I'm usually better under pressure and having a lot of different projects going at once. I think it helps me break it down, like, well, I'll do one thing here, then I'll go over here and do one thing here. So if I have multiple creative projects, like I'll do a show, I produce live theater, or I'll do community theater, I host a queer board game podcast, I design board games, and then sometimes when I don't have enough things for my brain to jump between, it just defaults to shutting off, because then if I get too focused, I just think about all the steps to do that one thing, and then I don't do anything, and then I have executive dysfunction, and I just sit on the couch and think of all the things I'm not doing. Yeah, learning how my brain is working as I'm getting older has been great, and also terrible, because one of my challenges currently is figuring out how to get diagnosed and medicated, and that's such a process on its own. And when you're trying to get diagnosed and medicated for something where you have trouble starting things, is a really difficult thing to do. It's an overwhelming prospect, and my brain is already overwhelmed. So I drink a lot of coffee and do things that make me happy when I have the energy. When you only have so many spoons, you got to figure out how to spend them a lot of the time. So I say, if it brings you joy, go for it. Life's very short to be doing things that don't make you happy. I don't have a dog anymore. I was actually much more productive when I had a dog. I had a golden retriever for 12 years, and he was kind of my body double for most of my life. And I could do a lot of things because he was just like there hanging out, and he gave me like a lot of energy and grounded me in a lot of ways. And so I think now that I don't have a pet and it's just me in an apartment most of the time, I just don't have the energy to do a lot of things anymore. I don't have anyone to like get off the couch for and have to go take a walk. Having an official diagnosis and medication might help me navigate just being on my own more so than I was when I always had like another living thing with me. Maybe that's the goal. I want to be able to regulate myself without needing external help or copious amounts of caffeine, which is how I'm running right now. I'm gonna need 3 more of these.